Hello, hello. This is the Lego Minecraft set called the Polar Igloo. And I really love that name because it has polar in it, so you immediately associate it with polar bears, and this comes with two of them, in addition to, of course, the igloo. I'm just gonna look at these first, because I want to. One adult and one baby, or cub version of a polar bear. You'll notice that the faces are not exactly the same between these two. I don't think that's intentional. I think that's just a production error, a little bit of production variation, and I got two extremes where the black is just printed much lower for the eyes for this one on the left. I think it's supposed to be something between these two, like this one is printed a little bit too low and then this one's printed a little bit too high. I think that most of the time you won't see that much difference. Obviously the eyes are supposed to be below the eyebrows. But okay, one adult, one baby, cub. Cub looks pretty perfect to me. Obviously they use the same head, or they're supposed to use the same head. Yeah, this is good. This is also good in its shape, but of course, you know, I don't like the blue Technic pin showing up there. This looks cool from the back, but the Technic pin is there so that you can have this rotation and rear it up like so. Okay. Not sure what I think about that. I like the idea of being able to make it stand up, but I don't think it looks particularly good like that, especially since the head has to go with it. You know, the head can't angle down to look at a player that it's attacking or something. And, you know, you see some of the mechanism underneath there, and you always see the mechanism on the side. Fortunately, you know, most of this is made of fairly standard normal pieces, and it's really easy to modify this. So if you don't like that, if you don't want that feature there, or if it kind of ruins the look for you, you know, just use some plates and bricks. It's very easy to modify. But I'm definitely glad to get these, at the very least for their heads. So if you want to do something custom, you can, but the baby is perfect, and I think the overall shape of the adult is really good too. My first impression of the igloo, or really the whole terrain build, is actually very positive. I expected it to be, or to feel, kind of like just a white blob, but they provided so much extra terrain around it. And of course I love the sand green over here, but also the water space. You know, there's a good volume here, and there's enough sprawl that it really feels like a piece of a terrain and not just a component that needs terrain added around it. You know, this feels like an entire scene. I like the balance of the flat and the slight differences in elevation, the kind of the arrangement of color and where they put the foliage and such. You got a small little trap over here. I think that's supposed to represent a pressure plate that, you know, somebody would stand on, and then the kind little dispenser of arrows that are flick fire missiles would do its thing. That can work pretty easily because it's just completely out there in the open. But I feel like just immediately I've gotten a pretty good value with this, even relative to some of the other better Minecraft sets to date, especially for this medium to low price point. You get a banner there, which is an exclusive new printed piece that shows the fish on it. That's actually a metallic print, so depending upon how the light hits it, there we go. There's the shine that I was looking for. That's pretty cool. And the build of the igloo does a really nice thing for the roof, the removable roof. You see they use hinge pieces, hinge bricks around the outside of this, and those are not for structural stability, not to really hold things together, and obviously not to create the 90-degree angle. Those are just to create those little shelves in the corner, onto which ultimately this roof assembly just all sits. It's so simple. It means that when you pick this up, there's not a whole lot of stuff underneath here. Matter of fact, there's nothing that is just dedicated to holding the roof up. And you can rotate this around because it will fit anyway. This is finished around the back more than it even needs to be. They could have left those plates just completely exposed and open. The little tree looks nice to me. It just it just feels like it was made with love, the whole thing. Let's take a look at the interior as well. Oh yeah, this is one of the newer pieces. If you haven't seen this before, it's a new grass piece or flower stem piece that actually has a bar at the base of it rather than an anti-stud. Interesting, useful, can be held in the hand of a figure, can be stacked with the hole on the top there, and you can put any regular kind of flower over it. Inside this igloo, I think it's supposed to be at least inspired by a naturally generated one. Might be slightly player modified. Got a green bed over there, and mostly just on this side you get the crafting table and the furnace and the redstone lamp. This is the newer style of furnace. It has 2 printed bricks, so one of them shows it out, one of them shows it actually working, and you can turn one of those around. They're not double-sided, so you can turn one around to, just hide it if you're not going to have it in the corner like that. This is a good space to put the chest, so if you want to bring your chest indoors, or if you want to just discover it in there in the first place, you can, although this does, I'm trying to find the spot for it, there we go. Oh yeah, it does have, didn't realize that, had that spot, the indentation there that's made with the panel piece here to actually allow you to open that up. Okay, well, good, smart design choice there. And inside this chest, you get the diamond sword and a single salmon. Actually, Jang, it's called salmon, or salmon, depending upon where you're from. The player figure included is Alex, and yeah, we've gotten a lot of Alexes and a lot of Steves, and not much of anything else to date from the Minecraft line, but I really feel like this one matches this set perfectly. Just her color scheme with this exact setup that they've given her with just one piece of diamond armor. It just, I don't know, it just looks right to me. I think it just complements things so well. The sand green just speaks a little bit to the sand green grassy area, at the edge of the set, and just the whole color scheme just matches perfectly. So I'm very happy with this inclusion. It just feels right to me. And she can go fishing, and she comes with one single regular fish. Last but not least, the set comes with a stray, and I think this is perfect. I don't think they could have done any better on this whatsoever. I love it. I love it just how it is. The cloth piece that they have for its tattered cape or clothing is really, really nice. It's well die cut, and you can give it a little bit of motion like that by not folding it down all the way in the back, or you can get it to be nice and tight if you want to. Just make a good crease there. Yeah. The colors, the print for that head, it's all just right. So right. This one really turned out well. I mean, it's kind of simple, I guess, but I like it. I couldn't have asked for anything better. So I really like the whole set here. The only thing that I don't like is just the back end of the adult polar bear, but like I said, that's definitely easy to customize, and I understand why they kind of compromised the appearance for the sake of a little bit of motion there. But colors, variety, usefulness, having actual useful space around which to play, good sized igloo, nicely done, generous roof that gives you plenty of room to get in there. Just everything here pretty much is done exceptionally well. It's difficult, I feel, to make anything that's a snowy scene, especially in such a simplified resolution as a Minecraft world, and make it actually interesting to look at. It's so easy to make just a big old white blob, or to go overboard and to use way too many pieces for a reasonably priced set, just trying to add interesting stuff around the edges with different heights of terrain and everything. This just has so much variety in such a small space for something that could potentially be just all whiteout conditions. So kudos to the designer of this one. I think that this is a winner, and I'm happy with the value as well. I feel like the price for the amount of stuff that you get and the amount of stuff that you can do with it is very good. And that's it for my thoughts about the Polar Igloo. Oh yeah, really good name for the set as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.